Okay, so I had planned to tell my little brother's story 132 days in a row. That's what I was thinking about tonight. I thought that would be fair. He made $132, so I will tell my little brother's story one day for each dollar that he profited off of that particular fundraiser. And what I realized is that doing that would be using my little brother to drive other people crazy. And I don't want to do that because you can drive a person insane by repeating the same thing over and over and over again and forcing them. And I know I'm not forcing anybody to watch my videos, but I don't want to be a part of that. That's what they do to me. And I don't want to use my little brother in that way. So I'm not going to be telling his story every day. What I am going to be doing is talking about how these actions make me feel. Because I told y'all, if I had the money for a lawsuit, I would win pretty easily. Just based upon this last interaction. Because they did it only to cause me emotional distress. And even if you look at the comments defending it, they'll say, well, they didn't really even talk about your brother. They just wanted to bother you. And what they mean by bother me is they wanted to emotionally hurt me. They wanted to get into my head. They wanted to use the one thing that they knew would hurt me. They bring up my little brother. They bring up the idea of somebody desecrating his grave. And what that does is it puts my little brother's story in the forefront of my head. And it causes me a lot of pain because it makes me think about him, which hurts me. And it makes me want to speak out and tell his story because his story is hurting me. And it's a never-ending cycle of every time I upset them, they bring up my little brother to put me back into this rumination of pain and misery. And I was thinking maybe if I told his story 132 times in a row, I would become desensitized to it. And it wouldn't hurt me as much anymore, and it would take away their power to use him to hurt me. But then I realized that I don't want to desensitize myself to my little brother. I'm desensitized to so much already. I want to keep my emotions to my little brother real. And repeating something, it does desensitize you. So I don't want to do that either. I don't want him used as a weapon to hurt you, and I don't want him used as a coping I don't want his memory desensitized for myself, even if it hurts. Because sometimes I don't know, sometimes memories that hurt, they're also good. Because every memory of him I have is bad, but it's also him. And I loved him. And I feel like he loved me. And I feel like it's not fair that his own family participates in doing this. But I'm also happy that they do because it proves just how abusive they are. They are publicly displaying their desperate need to cause their victim emotional pain. And one day people will see, and I'm not making this up, that they really are doing these things just to hurt somebody who is mentally unwell. And they'll say that I brought it on myself by speaking out. by talking about things that I felt. I didn't threaten anybody. I didn't hold a fundraiser specifically to hurt anybody. This isn't a fair situation. The punishments that they dole out, they don't fit the crimes that they create at all. The real explanation is because they're not doing it because of anything I've done. They're doing it because they enjoy hurting people and they need money. And I'm a person who can be hurt because I'm not mentally well and I'm alone without very much support to hold me down and keep me from being at the will of sadistic people online who should not have a platform to be allowed to do this.